It's PGNterview because do not have a good name yet.
I like PGNterview. I think that works.
You actually like PG interview?
Yeah,
I forgot.
with it.
Oh yeah, we should let the guests introduce themselves first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So start off, my name is Jason. My tag is JWP, and I help to run the NYU Super Smash Bros. Melee Club.
My name is Owen. My tag is Brushy Cat, formerly known as Unga, and I used to run NYU Melee.
All right, and then we got our hosts. It's me. I'm Moss. I'm kind of like the side guy in this PG interview kind of stuff. I do graphics and really not much else. I used to play Smash Project M, and I kind of moved away from that. But I still think that your community is super tight.
Yeah, and then
Thank
I'm sorry to interrupt that.
Good shit.
I'm Con Mikan, Dr. Evil Brain, Drevel Brian, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I not really much of a Melee player, even though Matt Moss did get me into Melee briefly before I got baited into playing fighting games with Soul Calibur 6.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, dude, the character.
It was really like interesting because I was like, I'm gonna get him into fighting games via Smash, and I was like, no, I got into fighting games via fighting games. I'm like, hey, you know what? This works. It didn't go the way I thought it did, but this is pretty good.
Yeah. It was an interesting transition, definitely.
Yeah, I actually tried via Project M because I think it's nice to like show someone like, hey, you could play more than like 8 characters. You could play more than 12 characters in this game. I was like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool.
Nah, just
Sure.
play Donkey
Because
Kong.
the way I got into FGC was I had been playing Melee for years at that point.
Mhm.
Then I watched I think it was Stunfest Street Fighter 4. I watched Daigo absolutely shit on Momochi, and I was like, "Whoa, this is sick!" But I don't have Street Fighter 4, so the closest thing I had was Project M Lucario. So I was like fucking around with that, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I just want to play Street Fighter," and from there I just ended up getting into it.
So Kong, oh, sorry.
You're good.
Okay, Kong, I don't know if I ever taught you this about Project M Lucario. The reason
Yeah.
why he's brought up is because he has a magic series.
Yo, really? That's
Yeah,
sick.
he has, like,
so he can cancel jabs into tilts, into smashes, into special attacks.
Yo, that sounds
So he has a
sick.
fully developed. He also has a super meter
Damn.
with 2
Yep.
charges. So if you press A plus B at the same time, that's like your supers, right?
Mhm.
So you could get like EX Hadouken because his B is like the fireball, right? You get an EX Hadouken, which is super slow, and you could combo people off into it. That's why Lucario is like kind of the transition into traditional fighters in Brushy's case because
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I forgot
I
Lucario
his
existed.
up smash is a Shoryuken.
Man, I love Project M. But you know what? This is not the Project M episode, and I don't even know if we have any massive Project M heads. This is
I think you're
Melee.
like the only one, honestly.
I played a good deal of PM, especially back when it was, not illegal.
Yeah, well, I think we're all waiting for the Project Slippy Project Plus edition.
Yeah, I mean, there's a one guy who entered last monthly's tournament. His name was like Fair Game or something. He's a senior at NYU who said he's been playing Project M for a while. So yeah, I think the community's kind of there. You know, the community Project M. It always feels like the Project M community is like kind of lurking. Which is pretty cool. You know, I personally never actually had a chance to really play Project M, but honestly, it's kind of everything I want in a game. You know, like just such a diverse character cast, and with the mechanics in Melee, that's like sounds dope, right? But you know, it's
Then you find out that you didn't watch the game.
Yeah, exactly, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Honestly, it's so disorienting. Even I think the first time I ever played it was with Owen. He just like played. I think he played Ike or something. And you just like this stupid dumb
That
shit.
wasn't somebody else, because I am staunchly anti-Ike.
Maybe. I don't
think
know.
it's such an
Oh, no,
interesting
no.
concept for character translation from like story to gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Never played Fire Emblem, so I have no idea.
Well, I haven't played his game, but based on Brawl and onwards, you would think Ike is like slow and high damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, in Radiant Dawn, in his and Path of Radiance, he's actually a fucking god who has like the best stats on everything. So he's really fast,
Oh,
really strong, and really tanky.
yeah, I heard
So
about
the
that.
way it gets translated in Project M is that they make his movement really fast, but his attacks really committal, but still really strong. And I'm like, that's a really good way to make your character everything, but also make it like balanced, right?
Yeah. I think that's how they kind of buff a lot of heavies in that game, right? They just give you a lot of movement options, and then all your moves are still pretty strong and pretty committal. But
Yeah.
DK can zip around, but his moves.
DK is nuts in that game, dude.
Yeah, DK goes
I would.
bonkers.
DK is not really like a heavy though. He's like a combo. He's like a combo video character, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just Thunder's Rain puts you in the compilation. That's what
Yeah.
DK is.
And then Bowser, I think, still kind of sucks. I think he mostly has to get around with super armor, so he's probably the most traditional heavy character.
In a movement-based game like Smash, it's just, heavies are just going to not be that good. I think.
Yeah.
It's like really
Yeah.
hard. You have to give him a lot of armor, and even then, it's hard to make a heavy any good in a game that's all about moving around.
Like DK works because I think his neutral's all right, just because like he's got some pretty long buttons.
Yeah, dash
Like,
attack is
yeah.
an amazing move.
Yeah, dash attack. I use down tilt a lot actually.
F tilt, down tilt, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
man.
Yeah.
What do you like about DK? Oh, wait, go ahead.
No. You, it was just gonna be like a dumb side comment. You could go.
I was gonna say one thing I like about DK is he's pretty much the same character no matter what Smash game you're playing, except for
Yeah.
64. I don't really know how it works there, but I can play DK in Melee for Ultimate NPM, and it's really the same character. You just run around, down tilt, back air, and then up throw up air, and he's the same no matter what. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a good character design.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like that in Project M, especially with heavies. They like, it's kind of like a game philosophy thing or game design philosophy thing. But like, yeah, I like how Project M like highlights the strengths of different like character archetypes, right? Like heavies should have good punish game, and Project M highlights that. Like instead of trying to make every character somewhat the same, they highlight each character's strengths, and I think that's a great way to balance a game.
Yeah, it's always like I think Tekken is going on a pretty weird route right now because it feels like instead of balancing the game by making weak characters have their strengths emphasized, they're more like trying to patch out the holes in
Yeah.
weak characters'
And then
moveset.
you end up with a samey roster there, and it's
Yeah.
like, what's the point of having
Yeah.
so many characters if they're all the same?
All right, Melee. Interesting things are happening in Melee right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
What to say the worst. First of all, happy birthday, Melee. It's apparently
Yeah,
which anniversary?
2019.
Melee is 19 now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Now very legal.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wait, that's not what fuck.
Voting
That was funny 1 year ago. Now it's just messed up. That's not what I meant. Oh fuck. But yeah, 19 years of some good ass Melee.
Yeah, happy birthday, Melee. What Nintendo got you was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucked up.
Yeah, like I'm not surprised by it. The whole situation where Big House gets shut down because it's running on Slippy. But like, I'm just infinitely disappointed by Nintendo's
Dude,
horrible PR.
I just don't get. I don't get it from any perspective. Like I don't get it from a business perspective either. Like why? Like why? What's the
Melee
point?
remastered. So
Like,
why are
literally-
you protecting your IP? What's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? You're not making any more copies of Melee, right? Like what is the point? Like what are you trying to accomplish here? Except alienate your fan base. Like I don't get it.
They're
I mean,
gonna,
they've
they're
done
going
it time and
to
time
they're going to re-release all the Smash games on the Switch, like as a timed exclusive with the Mario 30th Anniversary bundle. They're gonna do that, but it's gonna have 64. It's gonna have Melee. It's gonna have like the DS version of Smash 4 or something like that.
Isn't there like a 20-year expiry on copyright or whatever?
I'm
don't
not sure how
know.
it works with games. I think it's different for different types of media.
Okay.
I could be completely wrong on that,
Because I
though.
was reading a thread earlier today, and I was like, hey, year 20, if they can't prove that they're still making money off Melee, you know, maybe.
It would also probably be based off Japanese IP law, so who knows?
Who knows, yeah.
And then Nintendo just has a history of making absolutely nonsensical PR and like IP protection decisions. They punish content creators and people who love their games time and time again.
The games are good, but the company is like 20 years in the past.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They
Yeah.
I mean, part
still
of
act
it
like
is-
Melee was released 19 days ago and not 19 years ago, and it's like,
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially the stuff with Nintendo Online is just unbelievable. And it's like, it's kind of a systematic issue across a lot of Japanese companies where there's this tendency, especially with other fighting. Honestly, it's common amongst fighting game online where companies want to create their own infrastructure instead of just using one that already works. And it seems to be like a sort of business culture thing. So Nintendo falls into that. And then also a lot of other aspects of the company kind of have similar, behind the times, wanting to innovate or do their own thing, even when it makes no sense and ends up worse.
Yeah, it's a thing that's documented. It's called NIH, not invented here, but it's not even exclusive to like Japanese companies. A lot of corporate likes to be like, hey, we can't trust their shit. We'll make our own.
Yeah. It's just like, especially with Capcom and their dog ass rollback for Street Fighter
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Somebody
yeah.
rollback in a mod they made in like 2 days, and then they bricked it and made it so that didn't work anymore. It's just like, come on, man. If it ain't broke, just use GGPO. It's not that hard.
I mean, to be honest, GGPO wasn't like open source until relatively recently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
they also asked the GGPO team to help them out, I think, back when they were implementing Street Fighter V rollback for the first time. And I don't know what happened. Apparently, they fixed the shit though, because MVCI has like fantastic netcode. But like, so we're just gonna hope for like Street Fighter 6 is gonna use the MVCI netcode if they're so worried about using open source like rollback. It's like, hey, you guys did good with MVCI, at least in terms of the internet, maybe not in terms of other things, but
Keep it and use it for other games, please. Because Street Fighter V's rollback, especially really early on, it was just horrendous. That game was to play. Everything about that launch was terrible.
I played during the free trial recently this summer. I don't like that game. I like Manat a lot. I don't like that game. And I don't like the way that game plays online. But I like Manat, so please, Capcom, if you're listening.
Yeah, it's like Street Fighter V's actually gotten a lot better as of late, but it's still, a flawed game. And I'm speaking as somebody with like a little shy of 500 hours in it. It's gotten a lot better, but it's still pretty deeply flawed. I'm just waiting for 6 at this point.
Have you heard about why like there's a new season of Street Fighter V?
No, something about Yoshinori Ono, maybe?
Yeah, it's an Ono thing.
Oh, God. I don't want to hear it.
Apparently, he turned Street Fighter 6 into a tag team-based fighter. They are now trying to recover the ashes of that project.
You fucking
I
with
am
me?
not fucking with you.
Oh, my
They are now trying to undo that travesty, and in the process, they need to pump out new content to keep players engaged. So they're like, oh shit, we'll need to make a new Street Fighter 5 season. Holy fuck. Why did he do this?
Oh, no, because he seems so lovable. But then he does stuff like Street Fighter 5 and making 6 a tag fighter.
Here's the thing is that Ono seems like a nice guy, but I've never heard anyone who worked with him say good things about him as a person to work with. At least this is like third-hand information, right?
Yeah.
Like this is something I heard from someone else who is much more into the game industry than I am. But they were like, the two best friends play super best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to their show and they say like, I've never heard anyone say good things about Ono. I'm like, damn.
Feels bad.
All right.
Yeah, it's just like 5 has a ass backwards enough design philosophy, and then 6 a tag fighter infinite. You already have a tag fighter series. Come on.
Yeah. I mean,
Make it
they're not gonna touch that tag fighter series in the next 4 years.
Yeah.
All right. What else is going on in Melee? Summit is happening right now, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it is.
It
I
was.
don't know. I haven't honestly not been keeping up closely enough. I'm not. I've been kind of out of touch with Melee in the past, little bit.
Oh no. Like, yeah, it's being oh shit. That will be held online November 19th to 20th. Oh, they are live.
Yeah.
They are literally live right now.
Summit is happening this weekend.
Holy fuck.
It's happening
So
right
I'm
now.
just glad that didn't get interfered with at all. I think it's because Big House partnered with Nintendo.
Big House
Yeah.
is partnered with Nintendo, and the question is, why would you ever partner with Nintendo at this point?
So they
Because
can advertise on their stream, obviously.
I guess, but it's like, I feel like it doesn't give you much.
Okay,
I don't know.
I get it when you're running an in-person tournament.
Yeah.
Because then, provide systems or something or
I don't know if
whatever.
they did provide systems. Did they?
I think when they partnered with in-person events, they
Yeah, I think they help
okay.
provide setups and stuff like
But on an
that.
online bracket, like, what is the point?
There's no
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, and God knows Nintendo's never contributing to the prize pool.
Yeah. It's just like so insane to me that you see so many different game developers supporting their games, supporting their hardcore scenes, and
Dota?
Dota and Lee are the two big ones, but a lot of other developers, like even other fighting game developers, Killer Instinct gets a lot of developer support. I think Mortal Kombat gets a lot of developer support.
Mhm.
But Nintendo's like, nah, fuck it, we don't want you playing our game competitively, because
They want it for their online tournaments that go up into PAX East, and it's only for Splatoon and Ultimate.
Yeah. I mean, do they contribute to Ultimate Prize pools? I don't think so, right?
No, I
Only
don't
for the
think
Nintendo
they have.
Opens.
Oh,
They
they
run their own
do.
tournaments.
They do have their own tournaments. Yeah.
with their whack ass rule sets and
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's funny because there's kind of a parallel here between Nintendo and the Smash scene in general, and NYU and NYU Melee and
Oh god, if that's so
okay,
fucking
that's-
true.
It's like, it's pretty interesting. People, like, there are parallels, and I don't know, maybe I'm not saying this as an officer, right? You guys are gonna have to like cover for me on this, but I'm not sure if NYU Melee really counts as like a subsection of PGN as much as it's kind of, y'all are doing your own thing, right?
Yeah, I don't. It always feels hard for me to count it as part of PGN because it's so autonomous.
It's not that
and
that's
so-
a bad thing. I think it's like really.
it's great.
I think autonomy is great, right?
Mhm.
And I think the point of PGN is just like support other smaller NYU gaming communities if they like need the support. So it's like, hey, we'll do this. This is not like a pity thing. I should mention that when I say we'll do this interview, it's not like we're doing this as like, oh fuck, I should stop talking. this did not go the way I wanted it to go.
Allow me to give some history about NYU Melee and NYU. So pretty much since I think 2 or 3 years before I even got to NYU, since like 2013 or 14, people have been applying to become a club with NYU nonstop for years and years before me and during my tenure running it.
Yep.
And every single time it got rejected with very little reasoning behind it. And so joining PGN was, it's kind of it's not a perfect fit. As you said, Melee is kind of autonomous and does its own thing.
Yeah.
And PGN is also was centered in Tandon, I think, whereas the Melee scene was mostly around main campus.
Mhm.
And so it was hard for PGN to really do anything for us, but it was just an attempt to get some sort of recognition from NYU and just
Yeah.
a bit of support. Maybe, some budget to do something, some room to store CRTs and setups and whatnot. But
Yeah.
we never even really ended up getting much of that anyway. By no fault of PGN, just because we couldn't be afforded that kind of stuff. At least it let us sign out one of the rooms in U-Haul Commons sometimes, so we could run stuff in there. But yeah, it was. No, go ahead.
Okay. I'm just thinking. Bleh! What I was trying to say is like I hope like the fact that why did I say PGN, that the NYU Melee Halloween Bash is like kind of like a sign of like at least there's something, right? Hopefully that's like better than before. Though if it is, that's also like that's a fucking bummer, dude.
Yeah, it's just like. And we didn't. It sucked, but for years, like we just kind of kept on trucking anyway. Thank God the Commons is like open space, so we could bring setups there anyway. But for like 2 years straight, I lived in U-Haul and then Palladium and stored like 7 or 8 TVs in my room and put them down every Thursday. So it's like with or without support, we kept on trucking. Honestly, the parallel is pretty huge between Melee and Nintendo and NYU Melee and NYU. Is like, all right, you're not going to support us? Screw it, whatever. We'll just keep on trucking anyway.
Yeah. No, honestly, I mean,
we don't need you. We got people.
Yeah, I mean,
we got actual people.
To get this far, we had to be autonomous, as you said, and kind of try to survive on our own. I know Owen, you and Steven, you guys had to like Uber to TVs, from.
Oh yeah, well,
and that's like,
it wasn't even just the 2 years once I moved out of U-Haul.
Yeah, exactly.
We had to start Ubering over, and you had to pick that up too.
Yeah, and me and my roommates, we Uber TVs from Stuytown all the time, and that's pretty significant cost, right? But at the same time, what's special about the Melee community is that everyone's willing to pitch in and help out, right? And we even have like we had a Patreon, we had people crowdfunding to help with the cost of all that kind of stuff. And honestly, that's kind of how we survived this whole time.
You've taken over in an interesting time, let me tell you, buddy. Honestly, if Slippy were not a thing, I don't know what would be happening.
Honestly,
running net play tournaments on normal Dolphin was not a good time.
God, that was it's not great, man. It's not great. God bless
Big Rona's all up in our business.
Yeah.
I mean, well, like you're running the monthlies now, and that's good. I think keeping up interest is what you can do, because in-person stuff is not going to be happening for a while.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, it definitely. I mean, we definitely had to start running. Well, we had to keep running monthlies to keep interest going. And judging from the last tournament, there's actually quite a few freshmen. I don't know if there's one kid on card or something like that, and he's actually really good. There's some really good freshmen. So it's just exciting to see new blood. People are actually interested in this old ass game.
Slippy helped so much with that, honestly.
Exactly.
The main things that kept it was hard to get new freshmen on board, just because going out in person to play an old ass game, it's hard to get somebody who's into it enough and interested enough to come back consistently. And we got a few freshies every year, but with Slippy and everything being online, that's that's a silver lining, I guess, is that it's a lot easier to be involved and active when you just have to hop on Slippy.
Exactly. Accessibility is such a huge thing. Like it's so much easy. It's like so much easier than ever to get into the game now. I think the only shame is that people, like, now that we're all online, you kind of miss out, or people, like especially freshmen, kind of miss out on what I think is like the best aspect of the NYU Melee community, and
which
that's
is the
community itself and the bullying. Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's what I miss most about No Fest. Just getting to hang with the homies.
Because when my interest in Melee was like kind of, waxing, waning, I was on and off with it, but I would still go every Thursday because, this is a great community and I get to hang out with my friends for however long I wanted to on Thursday night. And
and it was long, dude. It was long.
That reminds me, my freshman year, me and Steven were there the last fest of the year. We stayed till like 7 in the morning. And as we're working
I love this.
my room in U-Haul, we heard somebody coming into U-Haul to start their work day. They said they were like whispering to each other, like, "Are they just packing up now? That's disgusting." And me and Steve were like, "Yeah, buddy, you better."
Yeah.
Holy shit! I love that, dude.
Damn. We've never gone on that long. I think did we stay until 1 or 12? What was the longest?
I think we've packed up at like 1 a.m. before, and then we would like actually leave at like 2. I think that's when it's the longest. But like when we were in the dorms, right? We would just start at like 7 p.m. and then just keep going to like 6 a.m.
In the morning, yeah.
That's pretty much how a lot of fests went.
That wasn't like a club thing though. That was just like us two, like fucking chilling on the couch.
Yeah.
But I could like, if we could use dorm space as an event room, which would not be a good idea just because of how restrictive dorm entrances are.
Yeah.
Like I could imagine something like that happening, but like when it's in like an actual classroom, you do feel like something's up.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this nagging feeling of like, it's really late.
Even the thing is, because there's not much support from NYU. Like even when we were in U-Haul Commons, there would still be that sort of, I wonder if somebody's gonna come give us shit for this today, or like sometimes some guards were more strict about signing people in than others. So like sometimes you would just not be able to let certain people in, and so they would have made the trip for no reasons. And sometimes we get booted out of rooms and stuff like that. So even outside of dorm rooms, there's still that restrictiveness that you feel sometimes.
Yeah, in the NYU, in the PGN, why did I say NYU? PGN Virality Tournament, we were placed in this thing called like the Hub, right? Which is actually a pretty decent ass venue in Metrotech 5, I think, right?
Yep.
But we had to have people constantly go downstairs to like sign people in.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, hey, they're technically not NYU. It's like, oh fuck.
I mean, yeah, the same deal was in U-Haul, People would text me or Steven or Jason or somebody else to come up and tap them in or sign them in. Just the whole ordeal. Thank God one of the guards, who was on most Thursdays, got to know me and was mostly cool. Didn't really give me too many problems, but sometimes there would be another guard who would be more of a weenie about things.
It's a pretty like shitty situation.
I mean, it's the struggle life. That's just kind of how Melee is, apparently, for, everybody at every level.
Honestly, it's just so grassroots at every level. Everywhere.
We're the little guy.
So I think, like, now with Slippy, I assume that, like, even when we go back offline, like, PGN, we're planning to, like, run, like, more online events once we go offline, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's just, like, we've really like reached a very different audience, and I think it's like it's nice for people to be able to like try it out and be like, hey, we have these online things as well. We recently had last night was the first translation of like our offline bi-weeklies into like an online event, or at least the first one we tried after our first few failures, right? Because every 2 weeks we would have the bi-weekly locals, which is just like the equivalent of like a Smash Fest, except with like bunches of different games instead of like only Smash, right? And we had one of these last night, and I don't know, it just worked. It was just like people chilling, and it's like, I don't know if we're gonna keep on having online bi-weeklies once we go back offline, but like things like these tournaments are gonna have a much larger online presence from now on, I think.
Yeah. It's the satisfaction of an event well run just feels real good. At the end of a night when most people are gone, and you just kind of get to sit there and be like, hey, that went pretty good.
Everyone's like smiling, everyone's like having a good time. The pizza box is empty, right?
Yeah, that's what's up. Sometimes, especially freshman year when Justin would buy ass loads of ice cream or cake or whatever the hell.
Damn, that's it.
Daddy Justin. Oh my
Yeah,
How do you
good old
even store
Trinity.
that shit?
Just
What-
eat it.
what-
Eat
Did
it
you
all.
have like a
Store
big
in your
ice
tummy.
box?
Nope, he would like Uber Eats it or whatever and just
Holy shit!
Damn. Justin was like Justin.
NYU Melee sugar daddy. The man, the myth, the legend, Dark Gen X. Follow him at Dark Gen X on Twitter.
Yeah, he's moved on
Yeah.
to big things now with the Hax's nightclub and shit.
He's clouded out of his goddamn skull.
He's a Melee figurehead. It's crazy, actually.
He
Oh
don't
damn!
miss on
He's
Twitter.
followed by Army Woo in the regulars.
Yeah, no, he's pretty big.
Okay.
I love Justin. That reminds me, the first time that I ever met anybody involved with, I think Justin was actually the first person I ever met. In freshman year, I went to Nebs, the first Nebs of my life. And I sat down at a setup, and it was Justin. I was like, oh, hey, I'm new to the city. I go to NYU. And he's like, oh, hey, me too. And then I called his Sam at school, which I will regret for the rest of my life.
Oh no.
I
money
may
match
or
you.
may not have fed the ego of what became a monster.
I haven't seen Samus in a while. I just see his ice climbers now.
It's just it's snow halation.
Dude, me and Justin, we run into each other on rank pretty often. After like one game of Fox, just switched to Ices and just fucked me. He just fucked me relentlessly.
Meanest climbers this side of the
And I'll still love that man. I still love him.
I love Justin so much. What a
Yeah.
hero.
Yeah, I mean, how many Nebs have you gone to? I actually never gone to a single one.
Yeah, because Nebs kind of died not super long, like into your tenure at
Yeah.
NYU. I've probably been to like 30-ish, maybe 20 or 30-ish in my days.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
It used to be on Tuesdays, so Nebs After Dark was nice. The good old days, back when you could play Melee in person.
Oh man.
Now everywhere is just the Plague Lands.
Plague Lancers. I
No,
like that film a lot.
No, you can always come over, dude. I got like 5 CRTs just wasting away in my apartment.
Just gotta mask up. Honestly, I wish things weren't getting worse again, because then
Right.
I would have liked to have come up to New York to hang out. Because honestly, I've been a good boy. I don't really go out or anything. I wear my mask. But like now, it's just getting back to the point where it's too iffy.
It's
I don't have
rising
to wait
again.
for another truff or something. Yeah, things are getting bad again, especially in
Something is rising, and it's not the shield hero.
Texas.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've been I took a pretty long break from Melee for like the past 2 or 3 months. I didn't play much, but I've been playing a little bit again.
Me too.
Into it, but de-rusting in Melee is a nightmare because this game punishes you for messing up.
When I signed up for the tournament for the PGN Melee bracket, that was like a PGN NYU Melee collab as well, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I signed up and I got blown up, and I was like, okay, my Falco, I can't do this shit. I'm not used to Melee physics. I'm too used to Project M. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna play Sheik and forward tilt.
A good call. That is a good call if you want.
Everyone has a pocket Sheik. Everyone has a pocket Sheik.
Can you hit forward on the control stick in the A button? If so,
Yes.
you can you can do okay Sheik.
Yeah. So I didn't go 0-2. I like tried really hard to eliminate this dude from I think Taiwan. Sorry, dude from Taiwan. Or was he from Shanghai? I think he was from Shanghai.
Yeah,
And it was
something
like-
that.
I have to take this guy out. He's 0-1 right now. We're meeting in bracket. I have to eliminate him so no one has to deal with changing their settings. I have to do it for the bracket. And then I did it.
Right.
Yeah. I think it was Red Cat 1 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Red Cat Chase. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's in China now. Huh. I forgot about that.
Not
No,
that
no.
like
Not
not
Chase.
the Oh,
Red Cat? No, Red Cat is Chase, or was this a different Red Cat?
No,
No,
there's
there-
another one.
no.
There's another one.
There are 2 Red Cats.
Yeah.
well,
Behind.
apparently this one's Red Cat 1.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a different person.
Yeah,
I mean,
Red-
I don't even mean to like.
Chase is in China right now. I'm pretty sure that's a
Okay.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
but there,
okay.
but he's talking about Red Cat. No, I think this guy's a freshman from
I'm
China.
confused. My NYU
Uh,
Melee boomer is showing. I'm behind the times.
Yeah,
It's fine.
your time's up, man. Yeah, we gotta phase you out of here. You know.
Fine.
Back in my day, we played Melee with a rock and a stick.
God bless.
Back in my day, we played Melee in person.
Yeah.
The olden days.
I don't remember that. All I remember is playing Melee through a fucking screen, man. Through good old Wi-Fi, choppy Wi-Fi.
Oh god.
Eli connection. Oh no. He's going back to California. That's so sad.
Yeah, Eli just left today. I'm alone in my apartment now.
Actually tragic. Where's Matthias? Where's Matonga?
He's in Seattle. He's gone too.
He went back. Oh no.
Hey, you know what that means, big boy. I'm home alone.
Time for 24/7 Melee.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. 24/7 Melee. Yeah. I mean, speaking of Fest, like I remember when me and Christian, like back when me and Christian, his tag is Tessellation. God, I don't even know what his tag is now. Probably Tessellation, but
Tessellation, yeah.
yeah, when we used to run Fest, that was a time when me and Christian would just hang out until 6 a.m. just alone together, and we just, we'd have this somber look on our faces as we eat our farouk, as we eat our halal food, and the fucking as the U-Haul common just completely empty, and we know that in 10 minutes we have to pack up and carry all these 10 fucking CRTs as soon as we finish our food. We just had these somber looks on our faces, just staring at each other with these tired ass eyes, and you know what? It was still worth it.
It was yeah. It's like through 3 years of lugging CRTs through Ubers or just on little rickety hand carts that we got ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Not a single fest. I don't regret it.
Yeah,
you and the others started stepping up in my last year because I was like, not really feeling it quite as much. So
I really don't blame you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
are like so many parallels. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like it must have been a fucking struggle for you and Steven, man. I mean, it was like it wasn't. It's not too bad for us, like Ubering from Skytown and stuff. But didn't you guys also have to like cart the TV sometimes from your place?
Yes. So what would happen is we lived on like the 3rd floor, no elevator, or no, I think we were on the 4th floor.
Oh yeah, and you had no elevator. That's
No elevator.
close.
We'd have to get the TVs down. We'd have to get like 8 TVs down.
Christ.
Then move them over to set up. And also, like, this was a year when me and Steven were not feeling so hot. So it was like we had to peel ourselves out of our shitty little apartment and then get the TVs down the stairs without, having a coronary. Then Uber them over and then run the fest and then do it all again in reverse.
God, you guys are fucking heroes, man. That's all I gotta say.
I do it for the people. I'm a man of the people till the day I die. I remember when we were trying to Uber stuff back to Stuytown. I think it was on Halloween, and the Uber just pulled up, saw all the TVs, and
just did. I called the Uber, right? This guy just pulled up in his van. He takes one look at us, and he just dipped. And then on my phone, I see ride canceled.
Holy shit.
Dude, I mean,
I kind of get it, like dick move, but
no,
okay.
no, that's the thing, right? I don't blame that guy. It's like 3 fucking college age kids, sweaty ass gamers with fucking 6 CRTs and 2 cars, dude.
Like I don't want to be responsible if any of these break. There's too many TVs.
In the rain on Halloween night, so Manhattan was a goddamn shit show too.
Yeah,
so
that was awful.
That was, I get it, but also, come on, man, cut me a break. Was I in my Pikachu onesie then too? I think I might have been.
I don't remember. I don't remember. But yeah, honestly, this is all a prelude to me saying fuck CRTs. Yeah,
Can I get an amen, brother? Oh Lord, I
Amen.
hate me some CRTs.
I'd love to
God.
actually have a CRT. I'd love to have a proper CRT in this apartment.
Yeah, you know,
The CRT is nice.
yeah,
Doing
yeah,
anything else with the CRT sucks.
yeah.
yeah. You know, I used to like CRTs too when I only had to carry one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
good old days. But yeah, no, fuck CRTs. Honestly,
Like
I might I've also seen a lot of CRTs break. I might have mercury poisoning. Not sure.
Ooh.
fuck.
We'll find out in a couple years. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
Honestly,
I want to.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just like I kind of want to see. There was this Digital Foundry video of like, hey, games look really good on CRTs, even modern games. I'm like, damn, I kind of want to see what a modern game looks like on a CRT. But also, it's like I play shoot 'em up. Some of those work in 4x3, and Kong loves his Sailor Moon S, and he has an actual SNES console with him.
Wait,
So I
so
think
is that a fighting game that's just broken beyond all belief?
It's really
It's
not.
not-
It's
it's not that
broken in
broken.
the sense that everything is fucking ridiculous, but it's actually surprisingly well balanced. Like, unironically, might be the most balanced Arc System Works game ever made.
I don't know. Gray Blue is very balanced.
Oh, I mean,
Oh,
not
is it?
anymore.
oh,
I actually haven't played in a bit because my computer's been being fixed for 2.5 months. So yeah, actually, I haven't kept up too well with Grand Blue, but
what are you using right now?
so
It's like
my
a work
setup
computer.
is fucked up. So I'm using two laptops right now. One
Okay.
from 2015 and the other from like 2017. So the
Okay.
one that I'm on right now, I can actually run games on. The problem is the charger. It needs to be on charger or it will die instantly. And the
Oh.
charger cable needs to be at the certain angle or else it won't charge.
Oh, does it need to wrap
Not
around
moving.
itself twice and then be
Yes,
placed
some
under a phone?
fucking bullshit like that. And so I cannot move it from my desk. And the other computer I have, let me take a picture of this because this thing is an abomination. It's from
Okay.
2015. The hinge broke. So I had to pick it up with Velcro, an old NYU lanyard, and 2 corner braces. I'll take a picture. You can put it on stream so the people can
Oh
understand
my god.
what this thing is.
Wait, is it,
You,
is
you
it-
know
is
what?
it-
I'll say this right now. You could play Melty Blood on those computers.
Yeah, probably.
You could play it on anything.
100%.
No. I'm hyped for this picture though. That's what I really want to see. But I'm
Does it
also
look as-
It's actually
Does
a
it-
miracle that it still works at all. Hold
yeah.
up.
does it look as poverty as the last fucking picture you sent?
Yes,
The last
it
picture
is.
you sent was sick. Oh wait, no, it was a keyboard picture. I was thinking about the
Yeah,
fight.
dude,
I'm pretty- it's
it's sick. Just not in the way I think you're talking about.
Yo, that's sick. That's
So this
fucking
is-
tight. Why
this
did those
is what I'm
chicks
doing
look like
in
they're
lieu
fucking
of
Slim
my-
Jims?
Dude, no,
You
this
use
is
Slim Jim?
insane.
Do you use Slim Jims to prop up your hinge?
No. So
Oh, you have L brackets. Holy shit!
L brackets, corner braces, and then I cut up my NYU lanyard, so there's like sort of
Oh
an
my
elastic
god!
keeping the screen up. This
I love
is how I live. This is my life.
Holy shit! How do you live like this, dude?
He lives well. That's how he lives.
Poorly.
Absolute
You know
king
what? I kind
shit
of
right
prefer
here.
that dog shit Asus laptop.
Shout out to Clinton Stevens, though.
You know what? I like the way the stream looks more now.
Yeah, with
I
this.
think you should just start filling up like slideshows. Like I think you should put on top like the fucking wooden stick and then the keyboard on top of, on the stream as well.
Because all the, it just gets more grassroots by the minute, man.
Dude, I'm impressed you're willing to go that far to make your fucking laptop work, dude.
Yeah.
At that point, I would just put it down.
Yeah, because it was, I think, in my sophomore year of college. And I was like, I don't want to get a new one yet because it still works.
No, not the
Yes.
keyboard.
Yes, the keyboard.
Not the fucking keyboard. Oh
I
my
did the stick. I
god.
didn't put the stick on because the stick's actually
This is
really
how I
nice.
live. Oh, man. Yeah, Melee just turned me into a grassroots monster. Everything I have to do has to be as financially efficient as possible.
Jesus
I have to play on
Christ,
old,
dude.
busted up equipment, be it a CRT or a laptop from 2015.
I like the grassroots mindset, coming from FGC, but I'm not gonna fucking support my desktop on a hinge.
No, this is a perfect idea.
Oh
Yeah.
my, it's awful. I would rather watch
It's
Eli
the job
Falco.
done. Well, that's
hell yeah.
that's something I made that's kind of nice. That's not as
Okay,
as
that one's nice. That one's actually nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that in the background is the laptop that I'm on right now, the one that can't move at all, or else it will turn off. It
What kind of
also
wood?
overheats at the drop of a pin.
Wait, why
What
not
did you
just buy another charger? Can you not buy a
Because I think
charger?
the port is fucked up as well. I could
Oh,
buy another
it's-
charger, but I'd like, my thinking was my laptop's just getting repaired. I'll get it.
Oh,
It should be back soon.
Uh,
And then 2.5 months later, here we are.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yep. Things are going great over here.
How you live, man?
The fight stick
Christ,
is nice. The
man.
fight stick works just fine.
Just start a GoFundMe, bro. If you need help, just let me know. I'm here for you, dude.
We'll sell feet pics for new laptop.
Please.
That was one of the highest incentives on our
Patreon.
Patreon for NYU
Yeah.
Melee. Donate $400 a month, you get access to NYU Unga feet pics.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one paid for that. I
Nobody took
can't,
it because
can't understand why.
cannot for the life of me grasp why nobody jumped on that opportunity. Oh well, maybe someday.
No one took any up.
Oh,
No one
we
took up
should-
any of the incentives.
Wait, dude, we should start an NYU Melee OnlyFans to pay for shipping TV back and forth. That seems to be the best way to crowdfund.
Yeah, no, it is because OnlyFans doesn't take cut, right?
Is that
No,
true?
they cut down. I think they
Yeah.
took it.
Oh, hold on. I think I heard. I heard like OnlyFans doesn't or they
I
take the
Rather than being shady and not really releasing funds sometimes.
they take this but they take like the smallest cut or they don't take a cut. Something like that. I heard something.
Well,
I heard
like,
good
they-
things
they-
about OnlyFans.
They have to take a cut. I know there was recently like an issue where somebody basically abused the fact that they didn't pay, give up what they had to do on OnlyFans, and now they have to have like like they only pay out at the end of the month now, whereas before they like paid out as soon
Okay.
as the money got
Came
there,
in.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like people were annoyed because this only happened because someone abused the system, but it was also like inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly.
That being said, I respect the hustle.
You gotta fund your melee addiction somehow.
Yeah, dude.
OnlyFans is the way you do it. Godspeed, more power to you.
That stick's actually super sick.
Yeah, I'm honestly the buttons feel surprisingly good because it's just nice enough keyboard switches. Oh
Yeah.
no, wait, one of the buttons I need to retape it. Shit. This
Like
is
what
terrible.
did you do for the like wood? Like where did you get it from?
Yeah.
Not the keyboard stick.
No,
the
the
actual
actual
stick.
stick.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
So
not-
yeah, the wood. I think I just bought it from Home Depot, and luckily we were having some work done on my house where they had a table saw. So I
So
just
did you just steal one of the table saws?
I got them to help out and cut some of it down to size, and then I just used wood glue and screws to keep it together. And I think I got a Brooks PCB, and the buttons have LEDs in them, so they light up red when you push them.
Oh my god, you got
Yeah,
a
honestly, I'm very happy with
gamer
how
stick.
Yeah, and I also have a Kwamba crystal. Although I'm nothing compared to my friend who has like 6 or 7 fight sticks right now, just because he's a fiend.
What are you talking about?
I feel like that's the
You might have a
transition.
problem.
You get one stick, and then if you want two, there's no just having 2 sticks. You have to have one, or you gotta have like 15.
Yeah, he's because he likes modding them a lot and playing around with them. So
Yeah.
he's made a couple like sort of heavily customized one. He made his own hitbox, I think.
Oh hell yeah!
Honestly, fight sticks are about as good. There was a time when I was more into fight sticks than I was into fighting games. It's a fun hobby. Like,
There are definitely people like that.
100%.
Yeah.
There's like the Fight Stick subreddit, and they create some incredible things,
Yeah.
and they create some cool things as well sometimes.
Yeah, that's kind of like me with GameCube controllers. I think controllers in general are pretty cool, but I got into GameCube controller phase in and like modding them and stuff. It's pretty interesting stuff. But
It
I mean,
helps because like it helps you play the game better because GameCube controllers have massive variance in quality. So if you
Yeah.
can work on assuring that
Yeah,
quality, it
exactly.
just makes your experience that much better.
Yeah.
I need to fix mine too. Need to get on
I
that.
mean, there's
Or
like
you can just-
UCF as
Yeah.
well. but-
Yeah. I mean, UCF unfortunately doesn't fix all the problems that game or all the variants that game controllers can have.
I found
Yeah.
another fight stick
Yeah.
on the subreddit while we're at it.
Yeah, there's some beautiful
pretty
stuff, but
interesting.
absolute cursed material.
Yeah. We already have enough curse material up on the screen, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is fine.
Otherwise, dark stream layout.
yeah. I mean, so like I'm like okay, so I'm like legitimately interested in getting a fight stick. Like, do you guys have any recommendations for like an entry level one?
Well, I mean, before we start, you need to like give a price range, right?
Yeah.
But I think the actual
I-
recommendation matrix is like pretty like
It's pretty slim. There honestly aren't many great options without.
slim
Paying
wasn't
money.
the word I was gonna use. I was gonna say like solved, I guess, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Like there's a price stick for every price bracket. Right?
Yeah,
So just give the price bracket, and the answer is gonna come out relatively quickly.
I mean, I also don't know how much I should shell out for a good fight stick.
Oh, like what are you
Jump
going
in
for?
$200.
Does the job. The
Yeah.
Real Arcade Pro is a solid starter for anybody. The Quamba Crystal is cool. Actually, how much is it now? Because I got one for 150, and it's honestly
It's still
having
150.
Quamba buttons-
It's still 150.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I recommend it because I think that the Quamba buttons are surprisingly good for just being stock.
Every
And
every
also
good
that's not very
stick is
cool.
150 to 200 to like 250 if it's a little bit more, boutique. But
But you could
That makes
also
sense.
take a cheap stick and mod it to have like better parts.
yeah,
Yes,
but it's still
that
gonna
is
run
really
you
how-
roughly
really
150.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's completely reasonable. Modern GameCube controllers run between 150 to 300 as
Yeah.
well.
Fucking
Jason,
hell.
I can make you a stick. I haven't done it in a while, but I could try to whip you up one.
Oh yeah, if you
yeah?
go DIY, you can get way cheaper.
It's
Yeah,
also
because
like
I
pretty
have
fun.
like all like high quality Sanwa parts in that stick.
Oh
And the cost, especially making the body myself, with time, especially because it was my first time woodworking, it probably ended up being more expensive. But I think I could throw together a stick with higher quality parts for a little cheaper than your standard 150.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you'd be willing to take
I made
commissions.
Sam one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sam's looks pretty. It's same batch of wood, and I stained it the same way as mine. A
Shit.
little jankier because some of my oopsies ended up on that stick, but it's honestly pretty solid.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, like there was with the faceplate when I was drilling out holes for the buttons, I might have busted it a little bit, but nothing a little bit of wood polymer can't fix.
Yeah, the classic.
Okay.
Look, there's no issue that can't be solved with just a little bit of sawdust and like wood glue,
Yeah, there's wood polymer stuff where like you just mix it together and then put it on and let it dry and cure. And it honestly, especially when you can paint over it, it makes no functional difference and gets covered up by the button for the most part. So I learned a lot about woodworking in that project and that I don't really want to do it too much again.
You also probably want to like pick a layout, I guess.
Honestly,
Like-
for a lot of people that are like first starting to learn on stick, I don't think it actually matters that much.
I
The thing, once you really like get into it, then you can start differentiating what you like and don't like with regards to layout.
I just don't like Vuelix. I don't like the horizontal bar.
I can play on it, but I don't prefer it. But I think it's fine.
I honestly forget the names for each one, but whatever my stick has, I'm fine with that one because
Yeah,
it
you're using
follows
Vuelix.
the contour of my hand pretty well.
Hey, Hungry Box is live
Yeah.
on
What is he streaming,
the
Ultimate?
Summit.
Is he playing?
No. He's on Summit. He's on Summit.
He's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Summit.
And,
Clutch God!
It's he just won.
He just clutch got it, I think.
Did he actually get the clutch god? Oh my god, did he actually
Yeah,
get the
his
clutch god?
hands on his head. Wait, let me.
What's a clutch card? Oh my god, they have a
Clutch card
fucking
is
cardboard
clutch.
cutout of H-box in the
God.
background.
Clutch god. Who did he just beat? Who did he just beat? I'm gonna pop off. Who did he just beat?
Maybe?
I don't know. Soon say? is what Twitch chat is saying.
Yeah. It looks like Sensei.
I'm so out of it. I'm so out of like the Melee community. I don't know who anyone is. What the fuck is a Zane?
Sensei
Yeah.
Zane is a freak. Zane is so good.
Zane is insane.
Yeah, it looks like he's clutch godding.
Did he Sensei came to a fest once.
Did he?
Yeah. Sensei
Wait,
came
really?
to a fest once. Yeah, he did once. He
Was that-
I don't know. I guess you weren't there. I don't know. But I think Justin invited him or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Justin knows everybody.
Yeah, he's got that clout. He's yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. We've actually had a lot of pretty well known players. Some of whom I wish not disclose, but
some people who may or may not have lost in 2 straight grand final sets to me and Eric in doubles.
Oh yeah, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. But yeah, no, we had I don't know if you guys know Captain Jack. He used to be the best player. He used to be the best Melee player in Japan, actually, and he came to long ago. He came to Fest, and apparently he slept on the couch in the comments.
He 3 hours to play grand finals so he could sleep on the couch, and then he won, and then left, and then came back and asked if there was a cash prize. And then there was not, and then he left again.
No,
what a god! What a god!
Grease Lord. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I heard, man. Just rolled up in his leather jacket, just slapped some fools, and then left without any cash. No, because we didn't have prizes.
We weren't really allowed to have cash prizes, I think.
Yeah.
Were you actually not?
You would get mad. No,
We're still not really allowed to have.
We are if it's our money, right?
Okay, that's what it is. But we can't have entry fees because then it turns into a form of gambling, which is ridiculous.
It's like it either constitutes as gambling under the school rules or as what do you call it? Fundraising. And if we fundraise money, we have to give over that money to the school first, which is
what?
Yeah, that's it's a stupid process.
So we've been using that rule instead.
My tenure at NYU, there's 2 rules that govern how the school operates. NYU likes money, and NYU doesn't like losing money.
Yep.
So you can evaluate any decision or any policy through the lens of those 2, and it will make sense.
It's like the opposite of like Atlas. Atlas hates money. Atlas hates money.
Who?
The game company. The Persona guy.
What's the name? Hey.
They make Persona.
Oh, I never played Persona.
They hate money, and that's why they haven't released Persona 5 on PC or anything other than PlayStation.
Is that the reason, or do they have any?
They don't have a reason. I just think they genuinely hate money.
Huh.
Like the fucking people like asking for Persona 4 Golden to be released on anything other than a PlayStation Vita for years. And then they finally release it on the PC like a decade afterwards, and they're like, huh, this is really successful. Wow, we profited a lot. Yeah, what do you think would happen?
Yeah,
it's just like if there's it's the same deal with like Nintendo. If they made Melee Remastered or Melee HD, they would print money.
I know.
They would absolutely.
But sometimes it's like they act like they hate money, and I'm like,
it's just like,
yeah, I don't know.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think it's just like companies are kind of obsessed with this idea of like identity, right? Like Nintendo's identity has always been fun party games, casual gamers. You know, they've always appealed to that demographic, and they're pretty insistent on keeping the identity. So makes sense to me why they're not branching out, but yeah, I think they're just losing so much money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, going back to what I was saying earlier about like, no, I mentioned like how Captain Jack came to our tournaments, and no, how Suze came to one of our tournaments as well. No, that's kind of one of the things that I really love about NYU Melee. That I mean, it doesn't just reach like kid students in NYU. It also like brings together people like who are outside of NYU as well. And
There was a time when we were like, especially when Nebs was like dying and then
yeah,
canceled.
exactly.
There was a time when NYU Melee was New York's premier local. We were pretty
Not
much
even
bumping up the scene.
unironically.
Again,
Actually,
no shit. There was a time like even when Nebs was running, where NYU Melee I think was better attended
Yeah.
than Nebs was.
Yeah. And there's like serious discussions about how much NYU local should count towards like literally New York State PR rankings, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, one of like for example, like I mean, one of our like TOs, someone who I'm like we're all really close to now, and like his tag is Bees, but like he's not NYU at all. He's like
Yeah.
fucking 4 years older than I am, but he became involved with the scene because just like us, he fucking loves the game, and or he loved the game, but
Damn.
yeah,
Well,
we
what
don't
does he
talk
play
about
now? Has he
RuneScape.
also
RuneScape.
RuneScape?
Oh, that's a classic version.
I thought it was gonna be like fucking like he plays gacha games now. He's a big
Oh, no,
Gaijin Hadoken fan now.
RuneScape basically is a gacha game. Although he constantly brags about how he doesn't spend money in RuneScape, so I don't know.
didn't
But
realize
anyway,
you could spend money in RuneScape other than like the global whatever it's called.
yeah, I know in OSRS like there's no microtransactions, right? Like old school RuneScape.
Oh, does he
Does
play
he
modern
actually play
2000?
RS3?
Yeah. He plays RS3. He plays RS3.
Wow.
Unfortunately, he got me into playing RS3 too.
No.
No.
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
But yeah, that ties into my whole point about how NYU Melee brings people together from lots of different communities, and I think that's kind of what's unique about the scene as a whole.
Like these, like he used to play Melee, but even when he stopped playing, he would still come through the bull.
Yeah, straight up, he would just come. Yeah, honestly, towards like before like the past few months before the pandemic, he would come like not just quit Melee, didn't even play Melee. He'd come to play Mario Party with us sometimes, and then he'd come to also pitch me his business ideas, and that's it.
Didn't you try and pull something like that? Except you would just bring over Sailor Moon in Ultimate tournaments.
Well, oh yeah.
Yeah.
In one of the Ultimate Fest, I just pulled up and all I did was bring over Sailor Moon, and then I just played Third Strike like half the time.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It was a good
I
one.
would always like when people bring side games to Melee Fest because it gives a break from Melee and just a little bit of variation, whether it was Tekken or Third Strike or Street Fighter 4 or whatever.
My first Melee, well, the only Melee Fest I went to, I actually went freshman year, right? And and there were some people playing Tekken, and I was like, "Yo, you guys are playing Tekken? Let me fucking join in." And I just use a fucking laptop keyboard. Cause like, I don't fucking play on stick. I can't borrow someone's stick. I can't borrow someone's pad. And I got smoked, but you know what? It was a good time. I also tried playing Melee, but I got fucking blown up. Cause I can't use my controls on Melee.
Yeah, this guy cheats.
That's an issue a lot of people have with Melee.
Yeah,
no remapping.
I have such like a cheat ass layout, and it's like if I go to Melee, I can't do it. So whenever I play Slippy, I straight up just like rebind the controls through Slippy. That's fine, right? That's not cheating, right? You're allowed to rebind your controllers in other games.
You can do that. Can you also have macros in Slippy?
No, not really. I mean, I think you can set
third-party software.
Yeah, no, it's straight up just like my hands would hurt a lot if I weren't to use like custom controls, right?
Yeah, have you considered like getting an Arduino and just like remapping controls?
The Arduino?
I have.
Arduinos are great.
dweaned out of your fucking skull.
I don't know how I would fit an Arduino through like the fucking inside the controller though. Is that what people are doing, or is it just like a pass through?
I don't think it's in your controller. I think it's you attach it to your adapter, right, or something like that. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a pass through board then.
Yeah, for offline setups, yeah, you always attach a Arduino to the
Okay.
setup.
Yeah, I
Like,
might look into that. If I do that, I might actually kind of start playing Melee. Just
yeah,
because, like, hey,
I
I
really know how it works though with adapters and all.
yeah.
Yeah,
Slippy makes it easy. So yeah, if you can get
This is
controls
really
worked out,
easy.
then it's really not that hard to just hop on and start playing people.
yeah, it's fucking unfortunate, dude. Cause like I just have like I have the fucking sleepy icon like pinned to my taskbar. I'm like, I worked a solid 15 minutes today. Let's get a few games in. And 5 fucking hours later, dude,
Yeah.
I'm mauling. I'm losing to this Falco on fucking net play. He's laser forward smashing me, and I'm pissed. Why is this working? And I just think I had to play another fucking game. I had to beat this guy. Dude,
That's a lot of fighting games.
that's how they
Yeah.
get you.
But back
Honestly,
in
I think
our
that's not even a bad mentality.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I mean, that's another thing about online, right? Like, it's so much easier to be toxic. Not necessarily like be toxic, but like kind of assume that other people are being toxic to you, and that
Just not
kind of,
having an in-person interaction makes it so much easier
yeah,
to see
exactly.
things in a dark light. Just
Yeah,
because you
exactly.
don't have their facial expressions and their
Yeah.
physical presence to,
Yeah, you can just glance over and see the dude's blank ass expression. Just know that he's probably not being toxic.
I mean, for me playing against a person is like I make very little assumptions about their personality.
No,
I
no, no. I
immediately
think you
assume
can
that
learn
everyone
so
plays
much
with
about
that
how
app.
someone will play just by like
Yep.
looking at them and just like doing a handshake. I think you can learn so
Yeah.
much about it.
No. I mean like
general
online.
demeanor.
Online. I don't assume like a person is toxic based on the way that they're playing online. Is what I'm trying to say. Right. So for me, it's just someone who's better than me. Like wonderful. When I was first learning multi-blood online, I straight up went like 0-40 against the guy, and I was just like, okay. Actually, no, I was a little bit mad. You can't win. You can't lose 40 times in a row and get like a little bit salty. But it's still like no sweat off the other person's back, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
fucking 40 times, dude. 40 times. No, I think I lost 30 times in a row to one guy and 10 times in a row to another guy back to back. And so for me, the number ended up being 40 mentally.
Ooh, yeah, I feel that.
Multi is fun.
Yeah, that's the thing about fighting games is you're just gonna get spanked for a while.
I
Yeah.
know.
And if you can learn to love that and learn
Love
from it,
getting
then you
spanked.
can get
Yeah.
good.
Hell
If you can
yeah,
learn to
dude.
be a bad little fighting game player and get spanked and learn from it, then you will get good and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though. Like, that's another thing about like offline and online, right? Like, if you're getting, I feel like it's so much easier to like accept your losses offline than it is online. Like, accept that the other person is just straight up better than you, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like literally my first, so like going back, like the first time I ever like played Melee or got into Melee competitively was through NYU Melee. So basically, I started playing competitively freshman year of college, and like my first NYU Melee Fest or whatever. I was playing on a setup, and Owen actually hopped onto setup with me. He introduced himself. He was like, "Oh, you new here? No, it's always great to have new blood." I was like, "Wow, what a friendly guy!" And he just sits down, starts mollywhopping my fox.
Yeah.
Spanking me, just doing disgusting things to my fox. And it's one of those instances where if it was online, I'll be fucking pissed. I'm like, who does this guy think he is, beating my fox up this badly? But Owen was such a nice guy to me, like in person. Like, I was like, yep, no.
That's like 100% the local experience. When you see a new face, no matter like what game, I don't know. Actually, maybe it's different in some shit like Call of Duty, where they're like, "Oh, we hate skill-based matchmaking." But like in reasonable communities, right? You show up, you'll be like, "Oh, you're a new face. It's nice to meet you," and they're happy to see new people playing their game, right?
Yeah,
they're always
yeah.
happy to see new people playing their game, and then they spank you. I'm like, "Yep,
Yeah.
this is exactly what I signed up for, though." It's
And that's
fun.
one of the things about being a part of the Melee community that I really loved is that I'm usually like a fairly reserved, like maybe shy person. But at fests, like I don't know, I just kind of became a lot friendlier and got.
Did-
It was
there's,
really
like-
easy to sit down and introduce yourself to somebody who's playing the same game as you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's just like your local face, right? There's your hobby face, more like.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah.
your existence face.
Mhm. It's a comfort zone, or it's a lot easier to be in your comfort zone at a Melee fest.
Yeah.
Because like even when I'm playing Jason, like if I'm playing Jason on Slippy doing one of our silent Melee sessions for the sole purpose of
improving our bodies.
even then, like I'll still get kind of pissed sometimes, even though I know it's Jason. It's just so much easier to get salty when there's not a person on the other end. Or it gets
I actually
harder
feel
to
that.
feel
I
it.
feel that.
And like when I go on unranked, I'm just like, I'm playing against literally the worst scum of humanity. I don't know that.
I have to eliminate this person from
Yeah.
Earth.
This person is laughing at me for every time I miss it. I have to end their lineage.
Exactly, dude. That's exactly how I feel. It's such a fucking I don't know. I'm glad Slippy's a thing and Unranked is a thing, but it can be such a toxic experience.
It's just
least
that's
for me.
any online experience, I think.
Yeah.
Like I've been playing League recently, and
Dude.
baby,
Oh God,
I just want to say,
why?
fuck you guys for getting me into League 2.
I'm so
Why? Why would you do this?
Why would you play
Dude.
this game? Why would you invite other people to play this game with you?
It's a
guess
good way
that's
to
like-
hang out with friends, but then also
Have you
there's-
considered something like Minecraft?
Oh, I'm playing Minecraft
Something
too.
nice? Oh, okay.
Minecraft is a great game, actually.
Well, what
I-
else? Factorial.
Oh, Factorial looks fun, yeah.
Factorial
Yeah.
is fun, but
I
it's
still
also
need to
like
get
I
it.
can't. Every time I play it, I stay up until 5 in the morning, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Factorio
this is
eats
why
souls,
this game is
from what I
actually
know.
cursed.
Yeah. I mean, that's the benefit of like solo player games. Like, dude, it's just calming, right? You just doing
Yeah,
your own
yeah.
shit. You don't have to worry about other people.
Well,
That
it
game becomes
depends.
an easy way to hate yourself.
yeah,
Single
exactly.
player games are nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's simple.
okay. Yeah. Because because you're not in a single player game, you're not blown up for being predictable.
Yeah, exactly.
When in a multiplayer game, you're like, I'm losing because of me, because of my personality.
In any like somewhat fair competitive game, you will be able to trace the reason that you lost back to your own actions most
Yeah.
of the time. And that is
I
a
don't know what
good
you're talking
thing,
about.
it's personal responsibility, but also it's so easy to blame it on other things, especially League when you have teammates who are usually just complete morons apparently.
Yeah, no, my
I-
teammates are always morons, dude. And the other champion's bullshit. Riot needs to balance.
Riot needs to
And,
bring balance.
Yeah, my character is the worst character in the game.
yeah,
And
like
anyone
I-
who's not my character is the best character in the
exactly,
game.
exactly. And I'm carrying my lane, and I'm so good at this game. My teammates are shit. I mean,
If you beat me, you're a tryhard. If I beat you, you were a worthy opponent.
it's just facts of life.
Yeah.
Right there. Facts of life right there. But yeah, do you guys play League?
No.
Hell no.
No.
I played
Hong
like
Kong-
over 6 years ago for like maybe a couple weeks.
I
God
don't
bless.
have the patience. I hate the idea of being in a game for 20 minutes, losing and not even having fun. Like I could play fucking
Yeah,
Titanfall
feel
2, right? 15-minute games of Titanfall 2. I'll lose, I'll die a lot, and I have a lot of fun because moving feels fun in that game. But when I play League, it's like the individual actions do not actually feel fun in that game.
Yeah,
like
the-
It feels
I think-
like
I
it
get
feels
what-
like
I
what-
get what you're saying,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. It feels like what matters is the W and not like. Well, no, let me phrase that. It feels like the fun part is the W, right? I feel fun because I just won, like because I won this group
Yeah.
fight. I feel fun because like I just destroyed this turret or whatever, right? But when I play like a game like Titanfall 2, it's like I'm having fun because I'm moving. Yeah, I don't have to lose at moving. I'm just moving, and it's a good time.
So yeah, I think the thing that I've figured out is that the main problem I have with League is that in League you rarely have an interaction that is truly just a fair, isolated micro game. Like, there's always something else going on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
somebody else like hovering your lane, or always some outside influences. Or sometimes the matchup is bad enough that it doesn't really matter what you do. You just kind of get stomped. Whereas in like a fighting game, it's just you and the other person and fight it out. But in League, sometimes you just don't have that level of agency. Sometimes you just can't really do anything about a certain situation.
Yeah.
There are sometimes in fighting games where you can like literally do nothing, though it's very rare. I was fucking watching a video of like this game called Kyanta 2, right?
Oh yeah, Ultra Fight Counter. I know.
Yeah, Ultra Fight Kyanta 2. And it was like a Moopoke video, and fucking Kinoko, this mushroom girl, does her rock fall super, which is a super that is unblockable and makes rocks randomly fall from the sky.
Oh, what the hell?
And very rarely she gets a red rock, which instantly kills a person, right?
Sounds like
So-
bullshit.
Also,
it's kind of a Kasuge, right? It's kind of just like
it's really fun.
shit.
It's like
It's
a really
a
fun
really
game.
fun
It's
game.
super fun, but it's not really meant to be,
No.
about.
You could
Mm.
play it really competitively. I think.
That game is also surprisingly well balanced. And like
Yeah,
Kinoko,
it-
even though that super sounds bullshit,
She's
not a
bad
good character. She's an
She's
awful
really
character.
bad.
Wow.
But
Wow.
the thing is like the super is not meant to make her good. It's meant to just equalize the playing field, right? Because she could get hit by it too.
Kind of sounds like wobbling.
It's
wait,
not
you-
like wobbling.
It's not like wobbly at all.
So the thing
It's
it's like it's a
questionable
coin
game.
flip. It's just a coin flip. So the
Kinda
thing is
like
like,
Waffle.
oh my god. And then so what happens is like if a round ends, the rocks still carry to the next round if the timer is still going on, right?
What?
So because this is like a team game, this has like multiple rounds, right?
Oh, it's a
So
team game?
Kinoko, yeah, it's not like a tag game. It's like KOF where like every round has a new character, right? Swap in. So I was watching this video and Kinoko like, fucking rocks happen. The round ends because someone died to rocks. In the next round, a red rock appears right on top of another character, and they can't block or parry it. And I'm like, damn. This is
That's
an
a meme
actually
right
uncontrollable situation. This is a good meme. I love this
But,
game.
in the majority of fighting games,
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
situations where you have absolutely no agency. Even in Dalsum Zangief, you can still get in and then SPD him if you outplay hard enough.
Yeah,
But in
yeah,
League,
yeah.
there's sometimes when you just get stat checked and you cannot beat this person, not directly. And the way to do that is by playing. The way to get around that is by playing with your team and playing a better macro game. But that kind of sucks sometimes. Sometimes you just want to whoop somebody's ass in a 1v1.
Yeah, I feel like that's interesting because I never clicked with any MOBA because I've tried League, I've tried Dota, and then I played SC2 not that long ago, and it's just like after I figured out one build order, it just like worked. And like there's something so incredibly unrewarding about just having a gold lead and then playing a macro game in League compared to like, okay, I'm Zerg, I already have 4 bases, I'm gonna make a fuck ton of, drones, I'm just gonna build up a huge macro game.
That's because Warcraft 2, you don't have teammates who will enter the game. It's not, a direct one character versus one character, but it's still you versus the other person. So you can play a good macro game that doesn't rely on other people not fucking it all up for you.
Yeah, that macro game is yours. You
Yeah,
got those
have
resources,
complete
not the
control
other
and
guy. Also, I found the fucking moment. I found the moment.
Was this was Evo 2019?
No. This is just a Moopoke video.
Oh, okay.
It's just
okay,
a
okay.
Moopoke highlights reel. Check that shit out.
Are you showing it on stream or sending it to...
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
okay.
watch for. Oh yeah. I know this video.
Yeah.
I like that title. Oh, what in the goddamn...
This game is really fun.
Was Aru
like-
was Aru in this match?
That's so fucked
What?
up.
This game is good.
No, this game is super good. I played
I
Kinoko for a
played
little
very
bit.
briefly.
I'm thinking about playing Anna and either M Michelle or Taro, right? Maybe all three.
I
Michelle-
tried Taro for a bit. I tried almost every character. Taro's really interesting, but
Yeah,
ooh,
just
he's
'cause of the
kind of hard.
fireballs.
Kind of hard, not gonna lie.
Is it because of the health?
It's because of the health. It's because he has weird movement options.
Yeah.
It's because his best move is still the fire, and it's not that great in my opinion.
Oh, the fire super or like the B?
It's the fucking fire fart shit.
Yeah. He has two of them. He has a super and he has a normal that farts fire as well.
God, no idea what you're talking about. That sounds
Shit.
so
Fuck.
lit.
I don't actually know if people use that super. They might.
Oh, okay.
They
Then
might.
I guess you're talking about the normal.
Dude, these
But I didn't
games,
gel with Taro. I didn't really understand it.
Yeah,
These
I would
games
just
sound
yeah,
so
Kanta
dope.
is what's called in Japan a kusoge, which means shit game.
shit game.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
okay.
thing, just because it's a shit game doesn't mean it's a shitty game.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just a shit storm.
It means it has like a lot of redeeming features and very unique mechanics. It does not have unique mechanics, but it combines mechanics and makes something so interesting, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like every game, like there are games with a parry, there are games with a guard meter, there are fucking games like a weird timer through like I guess the flash bonus or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And like grid and whatever, but none of them like really have tried to combine all of this into one fucked up mess of a game.
Also, I don't know if you know this, but the guard meter in Kyanta, the Boko meter, it
Yeah.
doesn't regenerate over time. If you
Oh shit!
if you are blocking, you are going to be generating your stun meter, and it's not going to deplete. It only depletes
Yeah.
if you get guard broken and you get just
Yeah.
dizzied. Like that's it.
And I should mention, by the way, this game is free.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
This is like,
I
and
think
it's
I
getting,
think I own it.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I mean, how can you not own a free game? So if you wanna try, this game is really good, and the developer is working on implementing rollback netcode.
Ooh.
Oh, and
Kong
when we
I-
say developer, we mean the one guy that works on the game.
the one guy,
because
yes.
it's only one person.
And Kong and I are both hoping that it will come out before Freeze Frame 2020, or
Yeah.
at least by Freeze Frame 2020.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
Let's
Uh,
go back. What a great idea.
yeah.
Okay. So I have a question, about like FGC games in general. Like I feel
Yeah.
like everyone who plays FGC, fighting games, plays a lot of different fighting games. And like my question is like, how different are the mechanics in each of these games? Like, do the fundamentals kind of transfer over or no? Like-
The fundamental
general
transfer
sense,
over,
yes.
but like playing it could be about as different as transitioning between Melee, Smash 4, and Smash 64, and like
Yeah.
Ultimate, right?
So
Like,
a lot of the
there's
same
games, but
ideas will
they're
still be there. Like
different,
footsies, spacing is still important,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
maybe certain skills will be emphasized. Maybe certain skills will be different because games have different movement mechanics, or maybe this character has an amazing poke that just like destroys everything.
There's a meme about the honest game, about a fighting game that's actually honest. The reason why this is a meme is because some people actually believe it, but an honest fighting game does not exist. Even the most simple even the most simple fighting games are not honest. There will always be some bullshit tactic, right?
Yeah.
That is slightly better than everything else.
is the only honest fighting.
No, rock paper scissors is dishonest because rock comes out frame 0.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Rock is
Why is
fast.
rock paper scissors?
Oh
You turn
wait,
around.
I never fucking thought about that. Rock does come out frame 0. What
Rock
the
comes
hell?
off frame 0. Scissors is like frame 2. Paper is like frame 5.
Okay, but who's reacting to that, right? Like, come on.
I mean, you can develop a strategy that's reactive around that because everyone recognizes that
You
choosing
need
like
frame
like
perfect
preparing to throw out something versus throwing out a rock looks the same, right?
Yeah.
So you could develop a strategy around that just by like delaying your shots,
But
Or you
also,
can just cover your hands.
don't forget, rock paper scissors is dishonest because it's truly random. It's a completely random game,
That is true, yeah.
right?
And that's an honest fighting game. You
Yeah,
have to just
like
guess or read what your opponent's going to do.
honestly
anything
is like
Honesty is
completely
overrated,
much-
and no fighting
It's
game has ever been
overrated.
honest. Like
So,
Street Fighter
because-
2 is not
Games
honest.
that are bullshit are the most fun, easily.
Because these games are not honest, right? Your fundamentals may carry over, but you need to learn the game. You cannot learn you need to prepare fundamentals, but the game is more important.
Makes sense.
Even Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 has some dumb bullshit.
Yo, Street
People
Fighter,
would
Street
like
Fighter 2,
a
you got
metric
characters
of-
like Chun-Li that can like do some guard pressure and then just tick throw you half screen. We got characters that
I just showed
is-
the Matun Ken. Yeah, I just showed the Matun Ken setup.
oh yeah, that shit's fucked up.
So JWP, if you don't know, in traditional fighting games, to block you have to hold backwards, which means you have to know what direction you are facing, right?
Mhm.
In this GIF, yeah. Oh, what direction do you block? Hell if I know. Hell if I know.
And aren't some like stun numbers randomized or something like
Oh
that?
yeah,
they are
yeah, yeah. All
randomized
of them
to
are
Street
in that
Fighter
game.
Fucking A.
So
Yeah, I don't know
this,
what's going
again,
on.
this is
It's
neither do
dying.
I. So this is the game that people call honest. By the way, people say, "Oh, Street Fighter 2, honest game. Street Fighter 2 is the most normal
People
game."
say
you
they
can have out
don't
there."
understand how that game works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you say that you come out from like the arcades of like 1990 something, right? And you basically like are playing against other button mashers, and eventually you learn footsies. But if you learn the game, you're playing something else. So it's like, yeah, footsies still exist within like Smash and Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate and Smash 64. But the way they end up like, but eventually you're gonna be doing melee stuff, right? You're gonna start doing fucking shuffles and short hop lasers, right?
Yeah.
You can't do in
That's like a
Ultimate.
meta.
And like in Ultimate, you're gonna, I don't know, do ravioli stepping or whatever the hell new tech it is.
You're gonna neutral jump the forward air, and then you're gonna do a raw forward smash.
Damn.
What?
No,
No, what does honest gameplay mean to you guys? Just like
It doesn't
whatever
exist.
reward skill.
Doesn't exist.
The only
Honest
only
gameplay
thing-
is
like,
my character. Dishonest gameplay is
Yeah,
everybody
it's
else.
the enemy's character, exactly.
Honest-
My character, how somebody else plays.
I think the actual definition of honest is I want a footsies fighter. Which is fucking boring because no one actually only wants to play footsies, right?
Yeah.
Like even the game footsies has dishonest shit, which makes it spicy. If your game has nothing but like honesty, it's boring as hell. That's why
Yeah,
none of them exist.
Bullshit is fun.
Yeah.
Fairness
Bullshit
is
is fun, yeah.
it's just like who can bullshit better, and that's what I like about anime fighters because they're just
Yeah.
games chock full of bullshit.
the
and-
worst characters still have
and
good
bullshit.
bullshit, and it makes it like really. I don't know. It's just a good time, right?
Any truly balanced game is not that interesting. It's just who can leverage their imbalance better.
Yeah, any truly balanced game has one character in it, and every game is a mirror match.
Yo, Street Fighter 1.
Street Fighter 1. But you know what's dishonest about it?
Aggressive five.
Special moves.
Right.
Special moves are dishonest.
Mm.
One of the best takes I've ever seen was somebody saying that doing combos in fighting games is dishonest, and you should win, get a neutral win with a poke, and then go back,
And then go back, reset neutral.
win one move, and then just go back.
There was like a fucking Mortal Kombat scrub code, which is like some dude on voice chat going like, "Stop doing combos!" But that's how I get my damage.
You gonna learn today, boy.
You gonna learn
You gonna learn
yeah.
today.
I swear, Mortal Kombat players are like filled with the scrubbiest people on earth. Sorry, if there's any another realm player listening into
Because
us
there's a lot of people. I think Mortal
who
Kombat
don't play
is
fighting
more
games.
famous and popular fighting games that people don't play from the FGC. They just kind of go, "Oh, Mortal Kombat," and so they don't really understand the competitive mindset of a lot of FGC players.
It's like you got to do whatever it takes to win, and then it's like, oh no, grabs are cheap, zoning is cheap, combos are cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, grabs in Street Fighter 2 were kind of bullshit, to be fair.
They are kind of
They
bullshit.
were,
But it's like,
but that's because of the mechanics of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game was.
it's
itself.
just like, look, and if it's bullshit, you grab them back. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Why,
Yeah,
why are you gonna say like you do it? I'm not gonna do it. Makes me the better player if I win. It makes me the better player if I lose. No, fucking grab their ass.
Okay, this is a take I've had for a while. Part of being
Yeah.
a good player is being willing to do what it takes to win.
Yeah.
That
This
means,
is-
maybe spitting in your opponent's eye so they can't see.
no, it has to be in the game. It has to be in the game. This is why I
No,
will
then
never give
what
a
about looking
whole.
at your opponent's inputs? How about that?
Competition knows no bounds.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh,
I-
You're not
I-
interfering
I-
with their
no.
gameplay.
Are we talking about
It's
H-Go?
information that's available.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Some people
HBox
get pissed at
does, right?
HBox for doing it,
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah. Xbox looks at, or he used to look at people's controllers to read their DI.
Yeah, honestly, everyone
think
else should
that's
stand up or like play with the controller behind their back.
Yeah,
If, like-
honestly.
Yeah.
I was at a Street Fighter local, right? And I was playing against this Marvel player who was playing Cammy, but it was in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
And then I would hear him mashing DPs in the middle
Yeah,
of my
yeah. You gotta hear their
So
buttons.
I just dropped the combo on purpose and started blocking, waited for him to be on my block, and then I started the combo again. It's like
Yeah.
there was information from outside of the game, but it was available to me, so
Yeah.
I used it. Nothing
And
wrong
so,
with
like, and so the solution is you either like hit your buttons more quietly, or what I really think is sick is you hit the fake button.
Yeah, I do that shit
that.
all the time.
You hit buttons that do nothing, and you just go like, okay, well now he stopped his combo. Now I'm gonna fuck him up and start my combo because he's still doing nothing, waiting for me to DP.
Yep. And it creates like a goofy metagame, but a metagame itself.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I'm fine with getting information from outside of the game.
Wait, I don't get that. Like, what does mashing do for you when you're getting comboed?
Pretty much, if they mess up and drop the combo, it's like mashing shine or something in the middle of a chain grab or something.
Yeah, yeah,
if they
yeah.
fuck it up, then they get shined, and then you might be able to pick up your own combo. It's a similar deal.
or like
Mashing
doing like
is
a
reversal.
it's like a panic hammer snare, right?
Okay.
Like I'm getting comboed, I'm just gonna mash snare, and it's gonna hit them if they drop that shit.
Hmm.
Right.
Luigi
Gotcha.
in there. If they fuck up the combo, Luigi gets in there and gets to do his own thing. It's that. So
yeah.
if you heard a Luigi main like just mashing the A button, you might just like start shielding in the middle of a combo and then grab him and start it up again.
God, I hate Luigi, man.
Floaty mid tiers, nope, no thank you. All pass.
Yeah.
The only characters in Melee are Fox and Falco.
Yeah. I mean, Moki said it best. He said that not only does he hate Luigi, but Luigi also looks like he fucking smells. And I agree with that.
What did
I agree.
Luigi ever do to you? Ruin your day. That's what he does.
Yeah, he dared out of my fucking up airs.
Yeah, god damn it. Stupid fucking
Bullshit.
So like now imagine if you could hear your opponent actively hitting A, and you're just like, well,
mashing like a goddamn idiot.
But like,
Yeah.
why would you intentionally drop your combo when you hear him mashing?
because if you get
a guaranteed punish.
Yeah.
Hmm, okay.
and
Okay.
in fighting games you get combo scaling, which means the more hits you do in a combo, the less damage it does. So
Oh.
if they like get
progressively.
out
Wait, that's a
and
thing?
you hit them,
no
yeah.
idea. Okay.
So like your
Every
first hit does like,
successive hit does less and less.
yeah.
Why? What's the point of that?
It's just to make
So
it
you
so that
can
you
just
can't
move
blow up
into
people in one
combos.
really long combo. Yeah.
Okay.
So the idea is, but it also emphasizes the strength of resets, right? So in this scenario, this like he does the DP, he's mashing, right? He's mashing because he wants to hit you if you drop the combo, right? But if you predict that he's mashing, you avoid the mash and then you fuck him up afterwards, you do more damage than if you were to just finish the combo. Because you are starting again with a new combo, which means your damage is at max again. Like
Yeah,
a lot
like-
of
Nice, yeah.
Even if I finish the first combo without dropping it, I still end up doing more damage, waiting for him to whiff a DP or DP my block and picking it up again. It
Yeah.
resets the scaling, so I do more damage.
So the first hit hurts the most. If you start a new combo, you get two first
Huh.
hits, right?
That's an interesting mechanic.
Yeah. Like it's
Yeah, I
fine
like
that Smash doesn't have it because Smash has a very different kind of interplay, right? So
Mhm.
instead of working around resets, in fighting games, it's about you start your interplay is like to reset the corner carry. That's like the idea, and you're always thinking like, once he finishes, how is he going to set up the next scenario, right? Instead of melee, your counterplay is DI, so it's fine because it's a different way of doing thinking during gameplay, right?
A lot of other
Here's the
games have the
parallel.
same idea extrapolated into other mechanics. So like in Guilty
Yeah.
Gear, you'd have something called bursts where you can you can basically use a burst to immediately exit a combo. But there are people and there are like a lot of setups that are specifically designed to bait for a burst. So then you could punish even more. And the Killer Instinct has the whole combo breaker and counter breaker mechanic.
Combo breaker.
Yeah.
And then
Like a good example in Melee would be, say you're Fox versus Marth on FD, and you get an up throw up air. So you can go for a second up air, but say the window is tight at this %, and he might be able to dare you out of it or something. So the reset would be going up and then not up airing, going back down and shielding and waiting for him to dare onto you, so you can grab him and up throw up air him again.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like just reading that. I think you're gonna do a panic option out of this, and instead of risking messing up, I'm just going to take another smaller combo that will end up getting me more damage than if I went for the original one.
Yeah, so like in this case, the mix-up is not the DI, it's not the DI, it's the dare, right?
Yeah.
And so in fighting games, it's just we don't have DI, we just have a constant. Is he going to dare mix-up instead?
Yeah.
Right. There's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah, that seems really interesting to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
And
I don't know.
interplay because of execution and execution errors.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, like mechanics like those are interesting to me because I definitely seems like they emphasize the importance of mix-ups, which is like a crucial concept in fighting games in general, and Smash too. And it makes me think like if I picked up fighting games, that would actually just help me improve it at Smash too.
Oh,
And,
fighting games
didn't-
made me way better at Melee. Unbelievable.
Didn't Scar pick up Street Fighter 4 and then end up with a really defensive playstyle afterwards?
Yeah, I actually played Scar online on Street Fighter 4 Xbox 360 once. I got my ass beat. I also beat Gutex. Have you heard that one before?
Ooh,
I
the
have
classic.
not. Well, like
Oh,
on
actually,
stream?
Oh,
On-
you guys,
on the- in the
link the
show?
video, link the video.
Yeah, I made a whole ass video about it 5 years later.
Damn.
Okay, post this shit.
Yeah, definitely.
You
What's
gotta
this?
tell
What,
them
USF4? Or is it Third Strike?
Yeah, Street Fighter 4.
All right.
Oh, you gotta tell them what Gutex said to you.
Oh my god.
It's all in the video, baby. But pretty much, okay, so I'll just recite it, and instead of having a stream viewing, pretty much I've been playing Street Fighter 4 for maybe 2 months at this point. I was in my senior year of high school, and I think it was on like Thanksgiving or Christmas break. And one night I like can't sleep, so I get up out of bed at like 2 in the morning or something. And I see a tweet from Mike Ross saying that they're filming Excellent Adventures right now. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna hop on and see if I can find him. And the first lobby that I get into is Gutex's. Then where it's the evil Ryu mirror, and I beat that ass. And then I think I send him a message. I shit talk him on Xbox Live and say,
Yes.
I woke up at like 1:45 in the morning just. And then we rematched again, and I lose the rematch, and then I talk some more shit saying, like, I say, like, good games. You guys got me into playing Street Fighter 2 months ago. And then he didn't like that very much, so we had a little exchange after that. Check out the video. It's I'm pretty happy with that. And then, it turns out Gutex lost his fucking mind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, there's always
That's great.
do we
dude.
have Pogmask on this server?
We probably don't. We also exceeded our limit, so we'd have to either remove some stuff or have that nitro again.
Hogmask.
Yeah, I mean I have nitro, so I could use it, but sadly,
Wait, limit for what?
huh?
The amount of emotes you can have on a server.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't I get it? Oh, it's not from this server.
It's not from the server, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what? Shit, what was I gonna say? I'm fucking dumb. Anyways, Oh, I constantly had like that Street Fighter video just playing in the background really quiet. The Street Fighter 2 one, just fucking mix up. Uh, but man, the way they are now, it's like fucking haunting.
Man, I miss Street Fighter 4. I wish 5 didn't happen or it was better.
I will never have anything good to say about Street Fighter 4, in my opinion. Honestly.
Why?
I'm not a
He
fan.
thinks
I'm
it's
not a
too
fan.
vanilla. We like our bullshit, and Street Fighter 4 like actually feels very like normal.
I think Thirst
yeah, it's
Strike
a very-
is what I mean. Okay, everyone will have their own opinions on Street Fighter as a franchise because every single game is so different.
My
Yeah.
favorite Street Fighter game is Street Fighter the movie, the arcade game.
That one's
Oh,
pretty
game
good
is-
too.
that
That game is
good too.
actually
That's a
legit, by the
baller
way.
soundtrack.
No, it has a shitty soundtrack.
Am
Yeah.
I thinking of something else?
You're
no,
probably
there's
thinking of
one
something
song
else.
that I know that absolutely bumps.
You also might be thinking about something like Street Fighter EX 2 or
Oh yeah, that one has.
Right.
has-
How many Street Fighters are there?
There
oh,
are
there's a
A
lot.
lot.
Don't get me started on Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, or 3.
I mean, for a while it was basically the other like big franchise. You've had fucking Monster Hunter, of course, but that didn't blow up in the Resident 2 world, right?
Yeah,
So
he had Resident
in the
Evil.
West it was Resident Evil and then Street Fighter, and then what the fuck's a Monster Hunter? And now it's like, oh, Capcom? You mean Monster Hunter, Resident Evil? What's Street Fighter?
This is the song I was thinking of. I think this is a different game. I got confused.
Street Fighter
Why
2
is it Street
V?
Fighter 2?
Oh,
5?
that's from the anime.
Why is it in the thing?
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, there's an
All I know
anime.
is this
there.
song fucking bumps.
Let me see.
Like, I don't know. I'm pretty happy about Street Fighter 5, just because the
Ooh.
fact that like it sucks ass means that the FGC is a very like welcoming to like non Street Fighter
Anime.
games now.
Yeah,
right?
because
yeah,
Street Fighter did have a pretty big grasp on it until everybody realized 5 sucked.
yeah.
It does fucking bomb.
Street
Yeah.
Fighter 5.
It's
Hell
on
yeah.
it, Street Fighter 5, and it's like, man, if it weren't for the fact that Street Fighter 5 sucks, I would have never played Tekken. I would have never got into like poverty games. I would have never played Soul Calibur, and I would have never gotten Kong into fucking fighting games.
So thank God it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly like a fucking renaissance of like all these, or enlightenment age of like all these new ideas being developed, and it's so good.
I mean,
It's-
I just honestly wish that the only fighting game that existed was Blaze Blue Central Fiction.
Hell
Central
yeah.
Fiction,
That's
honestly,
what I
yeah.
really
It's pretty
wish.
fun.
CF is fun.
That
Dude, that game is
so
fucking
good.
insane.
I was thinking about picking up
It is the
Izanami.
I think it's the perfect fighter,
Is
honestly.
it Izanami or Izanagi?
Izanami is
Izanami, yeah.
And then I think there's
about
a.
picking up-
Is there a character that has a similar name?
There's
Izayoi
Susano.
and-
There's another god character named like Susano, right?
Yeah, Susanoo.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
played Azrael, and that's my boy. That's my dog.
I've played why did I say I was thinking Kokonoe.
Yeah.
And then she's fun, but it's like apparently Izanami apparently plays like F Hime.
What?
Yeah, no. Ada Basilisk was on Twitter. Is like, I want to get into Blaze Blue. I play F Hime. Who should I play? And there were like two different comments saying like play Izanami. I'm like, okay, I gotta look
Alright.
into this.
Well, I play Silica because I have spent maybe 5 minutes in the lab, so all I do is stupid mix-ups. But if I could, I would do Hazama.
Blaze Blue feels like the game that has the closest amount of expression through movement, like compared to Melee. It feels like the closest thing to Melee you're gonna get in a 2D fighter, but also with a whole bunch of other shit.
I don't know. There's like it's like really fast, but I think Melty Blood, I'm gonna go Shell again. Melty Blood has also like really expressive movement because you get air dashes and air dashes and double jumps are independent, right?
Yeah.
So
it's not
instead of
it's not
like
tied to the same resource.
yeah, so instead of like running and wave dashing back, you have the equivalent, which is like okay, you air dash forward and then you jump backwards,
Yeah.
and you catch them trying to anti-air you or shit like that, right?
Mhm.
It's like I think it's really expressive as well, but I never get to indulge in that because I play Efhemer, who just spends most of the time on the ground.
Yeah, no, BlazBlue I haven't played Melty Blood, but what I've seen of it looks sick. I just love BlazBlue Central Fiction so much,
Right.
and I wish the game was more alive so I could have learned it better. But I really only know one matchup because I have a friend who plays, and we just played a bunch.
Yeah. We all have to do this shit like via roommates now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you know what? If anyone, including the listeners, ever wants to fucking play Melty Blood, ever wants to learn this game, it's free. It has rollback. I could teach y'all. I'm not a very good
Just come
teacher
to
because
the
I.
nearest public bathroom. We'll be there waiting.
Oh my god! Don't even.
So the main thing I know about Melty Blood is bathroom.
I know, but the thing is, like, if you're actually playing Melty Blood, it's like, man, I've been playing this game for months now, and I can't. I just want to play the game without hearing a bathroom joke. No one in the Melty
sorry.
community drops a bathroom joke, dude. Like the Wooly get into fighting games, the first thing he did was like, all right, do your bathroom jokes now. Once we actually
Get
play
it
the
out-
game,
get it
shut
out of
up.
your
Because
system.
yeah, it's like because it's funny when you don't play I sound like somebody who's fake oppressed. It's funny when you don't play Melty Blood and you just come across it every once in a while and you drop the occasional bathroom joke. But if you
bathroom
actually
joke.
play the joke, if you actually play the game, the joke follows us everywhere. It's like damn.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like.
Not to stomp on your
It's a
fun.
double-edged sword because it sucks to hear the same fucking joke about your game over and over again. But also, like, if it weren't for that joke, I might not know that Melty Blood is a thing.
You're probably right.
Like,
it's the same
I'm sure
thing.
it's actually brought a non-trivial amount of exposure to the game.
It's the same thing with Sailor Moon S and the Corey video, right?
Yeah.
Like it brought the wrong impression that game is like unbalanced and it makes people mad. But that's
I
like
had a
the
lot of
opposite.
fun.
It's a fun
I had
game.
so much fun playing playing Sailor Moon S with floats. They are on the Discord server, which y'all should join, right? Because that game also has rollback now, right? Through Fight Kit 2.
Yep.
I played against floats. And I just had a lot of fun. I was just like pressing buttons and having a really good time.
I like hitting buttons. I'm quite fond of it.
Yeah. It's because that game has it's very similar to Melty in the fact that like it has very free guard cancels, right? Whereas Melty has like shield cancels. So if you block, you could do any special out of block.
Yeah.
Oh.
Including
So-
backdashing because that counts as a special.
Like for meter?
No,
There's no
for free.
meter in that game. There's no meter
What's
in
a
that game.
meter?
This is
you can-
1994. There's no meter.
No meter. Is there a resource system at all?
Nope.
Or no?
No.
The closest thing, your resource is health.
Yeah.
If you get hit, you lose that resource.
So
Interesting.
the only thing that's unique about this game for its time, it came out in 1994. That's the same time as KOF 94 and Super Turbo. The game is mostly inspired by Super Turbo, but it takes a little bit from KOF in terms that if you have low health, you have access to a super called a Desperation. You have it if you have less than 20% health. I think it was 20%. I might be wrong about
I
that.
thought it was 30. Someone in the Discord said 30. When
It was
they were
something
teaching
like
me.
that. It's some number. Like if you have a low amount of health, or if the timer
Right.
is at less than 10 seconds, then you have access to this super, and you can do it infinitely. You just have
Yep.
it. There's no resource tied to it. And
Interesting.
they're really good.
It's
Some
funny,
of them are
BlazBlue
really good.
takes
Oh,
that
yeah, some
in
of
the
them are
other
ass.
direction. If your opponent is at low enough health and it's third round, you can execute them.
Oh yeah,
With
basically.
Astro.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some characters who just like want to stall the game.
Well, I mean,
To
it's
get that
really, I would say
desperation.
2.
Hey, 2 is technically some.
And
would-
it's
who
really
would zero?
1 for the most part. The other one can do it as
Yeah.
their game plan, but not really.
Oh,
But it's not optimal.
Honestly, I don't think anyone knows what optimal Pluto gameplay is. I don't know if that's if we know that yet.
She
See,
feels
the
like
other thing
very.
that I know about Melty Blood is, aside from Bathroom Grand Finals, I also know that it's how Goichi learned how to block.
Hell yeah.
And became
Wait,
an
what?
absolute legend at it.
Oh, right. Because of like the fucking amount of mix-ups.
Yeah, the insane pressure and mix-ups. That's how he learned how to block like an absolute god.
It's scary. Thankfully
very good.
there's not too much left-right mix-up in that game, but there's a lot of like
It's a lot of
High-low.
high-low delays.
high-low, yeah,
Other strike throw
delay.
stuff too.
Yeah. And like fucking, I can't tell you how many times I got C opened up by C Seifuku just like running up and fucking command grabbing me into a full combo. Like
Command grab into combo. That
yeah.
makes the grappler in me happy.
She
Unfortunately, there's not many grapplers.
it's not a grappler game.
Yeah, and
I
they're
don't
all
even
like
think-
not really traditional grapplers.
They are like
Anime
anime
grapplers are
grapplers.
interesting. It's like rare to find. I think Ladiva is probably the closest thing to a traditional grappler in an anime.
She's not, but she's not from an anime game. I
Basically.
straight up don't consider Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Yeah,
to
it's
be an anime
honestly
game.
like it's like Street Fighter if Street Fighter was more fun.
It's in the category of Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Except it's more dry than Super Turbo because we've seen how stupid Super Turbo can be.
Yeah, Grand Blue. I really like Grand Blue. It's one of my favorite fighting games in the last while. I think they
it's a fun
nailed
game.
accessibility. I think they really got that right in ways
don't-
that Street Fighter V fucked up. SNK Heroines fucking slaughtered. I don't know if you guys know about that game, but there's no
I know
road
about
blocking.
that game. Yeah,
There's no road blocking. God knows why.
but I don't like the block button because it invalidates cross-ups, and that's not fun.
Yeah.
I like cross-ups.
I just don't use it. But
You have to though.
I get by okay, but I do get crossed up sometimes. And
Yeah.
I'm not nuts about the block button, but I really like the shortcuts for specials and making that a resource in itself
Mhm.
because it allows people to sort of get into the game and start learning, but also, makes it so that it's not a dominant, easy strategy. You can, spend a resource to just get a quick, easy DP out if you need it.
I think that's what people actually just use it for though. It's just like everyone just uses it for the fast DPs and not much else.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
but,
think
like,
new
But
players.
it's a resource in its own, though. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's nuance to making that. There's decision making involved in using it, and I like that.
I mean, I've matched Ford Heavy Special with fucking Fairy a lot, right? Because
Fucking that character.
I love Fairy.
That
She's pretty,
character.
and she has big. Look, I play Fairy.
Fucking bullshit.
I
They
play
gave
Phonon.
fucking
I
Zoner
play
a
F-Human.
DP.
Give me zoning buttons, dude. At least it calls her meter. Fucking F-Human is a zoner, and her DP is free.
Oh, well, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. In fact, to me, the DP is worse than her regular invincible one because she could get punished on hit.
Design.
But Melty's fun. Grand Blue's fun. All these
Grand-
anime games are fun.
If you guys started running Grand Blue, I don't know if you do. If you run Grand Blue and I get my fucking computer back, I would definitely.
We can't do it because of no rollback. And
Also, that game
Oh,
is
yeah.
mad expensive.
it's really expensive. Yeah, no, it's not
Yeah.
accessible. We can't like we have our free stream 2020 and we try not to put inaccessible games that also have bad online. Like we'll put Kianta 2 because that
Has
game
the
is
price
little.
dropped at all, or is it still 60?
Nope,
It-
it's still
dropped
mad
in the fighting
expensive.
game now.
Grand Blue is
It's up
60
in the fighting-
bucks.
yeah.
Holy
It's 60
crap.
bucks for the base game, no DLC. And DLC is like 30
It's a
bucks
lot.
total.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's
game
some
is ooh.
I thought
I really like it. It's really good. It just sucks that it's expensive like that. I'm
Damn,
not
bro.
into that.
Imagine paying for video games in 2020.
The lowest price
Um,
Grand Blue has ever fallen to, and this was during the last sale, was like $39. This game is mad like expensive, but it's a really solid game.
It's a high quality product, but yeah, man, it's just like
Yeah.
that's gonna keep a lot of people away from it.
Yeah, it's like no, I think if we ever considered it, it was like a one sentence thing. I was like, should we have Grand Blue? No, Matt, you're dumb. That's probably how it went if we ever talked about it.
At the same time, I feel like there's something inherently worth it about shelling out a decent amount of money for like a fighting game, right? I mean, even though
support a
it's like
company like Arxis.
yeah, I mean that too. I mean, and it's also like multiplayer games have infinite playtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially fighters.
Well,
Like
that's
it's
playing online
the
now.
value's pretty fine.
But like that being said, like so many fighting games are free, so like why?
Yeah.
Why would
So
you,
many
right?
fighting games are free or basically free, so it makes
Yeah,
it
like
hard.
Melty Blood's not actually free, but it's basically free. In a different sense, and its Go-Go's is like almost free, right?
Mm. How much is
So
Tekken?
it's like $20.
Tekken goes on
It's
sales
very
a lot.
reasonable.
Yeah, you can get the
Yeah.
base game, and the base game will have most of the things you need. Like if you want to run offline sets, like
Tekken's 40 right now.
It's 40 right now, but it was on sale for about 20.
I think I did see that.
it goes on sale pretty frequently.
I'm
And you can get the
actually
base
sick to
game, and
get
you'll
Tekken.
have most of the things you'll want. You know,
I play one character and I use one move. Can you guess?
yeah, Paul.
Yes. Death Fist.
That's all you
Wait,
need.
no. Is it the horror sound? Or am I
Yeah.
thinking about okay, because
All
I
Death
grabbed my
Fist.
horror from Street Fighter the movie.
Look, all you
Alright.
need is Paul. You just need Death Fist, Demo Man. You need his Magic 4. You need like down one. Down one's pretty good.
I don't know what all the things you said after Death Fist are, and I'm not particularly concerned with it.
Yeah, I
I think
mean,
Death Fist. Cool.
I think I found my character.
So,
Yeah.
Jason, Death Fist is one special that he does. That
It's called Death
I think
Fist.
It can do like 50% of their health.
He shouts when he does it.
Nice.
That's all you need to know. It's called Death Fist, and he goes "Huh," every time he does it.
Wait, it always
confident.
does 50% of their health.
Not always. Sometimes
No,
it
no,
does
no.
less. I don't really know why. I
it's
just
on
keep on
counter
using
hit,
it
clean
until
hit. It'll do like almost 50.
Wow, that's a lot of conditions actually. Counter hit, clean hit is kind of
Just counter hit and clean hit them, then, obviously.
Or
yeah.
To be honest, that's not even Paul's best move. It's just a really good punish, but it's also very punishable. Like he has a lot of great stuff. Like amazing character, too good, and they keep buffing him. I don't know why.
That's fucking dumb.
I don't pay attention to the other moves because I don't I like messing around in Tekken, but I never really practice. So I just death fist people and hope it works. Sometimes it does, and that's pretty cool. All right, I think I have to hop off.
Yeah, this has gone on for longer than I thought it would.
Sadly, I don't think we talked too much about Melee. So
Yeah, actually, if
But
you guys
no,
want
yeah,
to quickly shout out the tournament.
About NYU.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Jason.
oh yeah, yeah, sure, I'll show. Yeah, we got another monthly coming up in about a week. Thanksgiving weekend, this Friday or next Friday. 7:30 p.m. The sign up link is in the NYU Melee Discord server and the NYU Melee
I'll
Facebook.
send it over to PGN too.
Yeah, NYU Melee Facebook page, and and we'll have the link in PGN as well. So
Oh, you already got it. Okay.
Also, like, is a PGN is Fastball
And
Free
yeah.
Stream 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Melee NYU Melee or is that our thing?
I mean, it can be
PGN's thing,
basically
right? Like-
both.
Well, we're probably gonna ask for your help again if you guys are down.
Yeah, no, of course.
Because like you ran that last tournament so well, it's like, damn, I don't need to be here.
Yeah, honestly,
We're professionals.
it felt hard
very
to.
Oh, hold on. I mean, now that we bring this up, like, running the last monthly, like October monthly, that's like the first time I ever ran a stream, ever ran a tournament all by myself. Dude, it's tough, man, and I respect you guys for doing that for so many games, like running the stream, running the tournament, like all by yourself. Shit's hard work, man.
It is hard work, but it feels
supporting
fun.
Branton and
Yeah,
his
tech supporting. His opponent had the tech support for him, dude.
Dude, that shit was so funny. It was so good.
That's so funny, dude. Oh my god, you don't you have to know this guy IRL. He's a character.
Branton is a character.
That was the Branton.
B Choi.
That was the beach. That's the beach, Troy.
All right. Thanks for having us on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
Good
us.
to be here. I'll
Yeah.
catch y'all around. If you ever want to have me on again, I'd be happy to talk.
Mhm.
Yeah, same. Dope hearing you
Yeah,
guys just talk about fighting games. But yeah, I'll see you guys.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.
It's a
Peace.
good time.
All right,
Alright.
that was the PGN podcast, PG interview, PG whatever.
Yeah.
Rated PG-13. Wait,
Yeah.
is it? Probably not. That was our second episode. I was kind of sick. You have anyone queued up for next month? Any ideas yet? Or
Next month's gonna be rough. It's gonna be busy on everyone's schedule, right? But
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
love it to have maybe like SJ or Paul, or
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. We could branch out. Get some other
Yeah.
people. Interview the league guys after
Oh, hell
their
yeah. Yeah, after
finals.
the whole circuit,
Yeah.
it's gotta be such an interesting thing for them to run.
Yeah, I think getting maybe like Steve, who ran the entire bracket, plus maybe like a couple of the commentators there, who've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of work behind scenes as well.
Yeah. Seeing like these scene leaders are always like interesting to hear like how they start and how they run their shit.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And yeah, so
Yeah, we're gonna be signing off here because man, I'm hungry. Are you
Oh,
hungry?
not in particular. I've been snacking intermittently, but
Oh, okay.
also for anyone who's still here, don't forget to check out NYU Melee November monthly signups.
Yeah.
The link is in the chat.
Yeah.
And then
Also for
next
people
month-
watching the YouTube VOD, you'll probably miss out the tournament, but I'll put it down there anyways.
Yeah, and also PGN, we recently announced Freeze Frame 2020, our premier winter tournament. If you enjoy the fighting game subject part of the talk and you like fighting games or you're interested in learning fighting games, sign up for that tournament as well. We got some free shit. We got some free games as part, not as a reward. I meant like the games in there are free, some of them, right?
Yep.
And if you guys are interested in learning, don't be afraid to join and get bodied and have fun. Getting bodied is not a bad thing, by the way. It's just part of the culture. Same thing with the melee. You just show up, get bodied, and meet all the other melee players.
Yeah, we're pretty honestly this community. I'm very glad that there's like been no problems, pretty much
Yeah,
ever.
It's like the opposite of Dionysus.executable from yesterday, where he was like, "Oh, I played Ultimate in front of the school. I lost. Oh no, it was Smash 4.
Yeah, Smash 4,
Smash 4 Cloud in front of the school, and everyone made fun of me. And I'm like, that's fucked up. That should never happen."
I think the only thing that has happened at a local that I like kind of regretted doing was doing that joking bit when we set up Third Strike, where I was calling out someone for playing Goki.
Oh, did you do that?
Yeah, I did that. Okay, I did it as a joke,
As a
right?
joke. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Goki
yeah.
is a fucked up bullshit character, right? But so many characters in that game. Like if I saw someone playing Urian and they knew the unblockables, like that's fucked up. That shit's fucked up.
I guess it's hard because people don't realize. If you're new to fighting games, I think people don't realize that bullshit is a good thing.
Yeah.
We love bullshit.
Dude, I love playing Goki, and I love playing Urian, though I'm bad at Urian. All right, we're calling it off here. I'm hungry. I need to make dinner.
All right, see y'all. Maybe next month. Maybe after that.
Yeah.
It has been. Yeah. Are we gonna make this a monthly thing, or is it just like loose?
I want it to be monthly, but I don't know if it's gonna happen in December. It might happen in January. We'll see.
All right, then see y'all. Either way, this isn't the last you're gonna see of us. Even next month, because we're gonna be here for Free Stream 2020.
Yep. All right.
All
See
right,
ya.
signing off. See ya.